everyone, and welcome back to Wrestling Forever. It's what's left of Billy Kirkwood here with, oh look, there he is, the host of the #1 Celtic podcast on YouTube. #1!
On that note, Billy, what is actually left of Billy Kirkwood? You say that every time. What is left of Billy Kirkwood?
I don't know. At this moment, it's just spit and hate, I think, is what it is at this point. I'm down 6 pounds, Ryan. I'm down 6 pounds.
Congratulations. I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you very much. I'm getting myself into diesel shape because I think everybody knows I'm going to win the Square Go at ICW this year.
Of course.
And, you know,
You're my pick. You're my pick.
You think there's nothing more horrible there than me breathing out my own arse. About 3.5 seconds in, all these folk that love to go, I could win a Royal Rumble, I could win a Square Go. Shut up.
Listen, I guarantee it, you would do a lot better than I would. You should have seen me when we returned to five-a-sides this year. I was not ready for that, so I would much rather your chances than mine in the Square Go.
Hey, after surgery in the summer, I don't know what happened. I went feral when it came to food. I have no idea. Put myself on the scale like a couple of weeks ago and went, oh my fucking God.
You deserved it.
They are going to be trying to slam me on the deck of the USS Indianapolis, or whatever it was, the Intrepid. I was a reference to you because I'm getting slammed. Mike Slugger's no doing it these days, though. But the thing is, I went, right, I'm going to do something about it. And I returned to playing rugby recently, and I thought, fuck me, let's do something about this, son. So back to doing my DDP yoga and no eating like a fucking maniac.
Well, it's 2025, it's January. You've got to start off on the right track. And do you know what, Billy? Power to you for actually having the balls to do so.
Oh, who knows, mate? I certainly have the bulge. Let's put it that way. Right. And I wasn't referring to my dick. Moving on. We are talking Royal Rumble. It is Royal Rumble season. Probably one of my favorite times of the year because we have the Royal Rumble. We also have the ICW Square Go, which is hands down my favorite show. But we're talking about the Rumble. Lots of excitement for it this year. I don't know if, the Royal Rumble's always exciting. Going all the way back, we've all sat there and watched Edge's return from 2020 again and again and again and again. What could have been? Why did he cut his hair? We're still trying to figure it out.
At least, you know what? I will give him the respect in saying at least when he won the Rumble, he had his long hair, but he should have just kept it like that.
Fucked it. Do you know what I mean? Fucked it. But let's talk Royal Rumble. Let's talk WWE Royal Rumble. We're hot in the heels of what was a very the Saturday night's main event just came and went, and
uneventful.
Fine, entertaining. Saw a couple of banging matches on it. May I say, a couple of absolute belting matches on it. The World Heavyweight Championship one was really, really good.
Yep.
Sheamus versus Braun is short. I saw a lot of people complaining that it was short. It was another good one. Hopefully, we're setting up some things for down the line. But we are in Rumble season. We are straight into it. Very excited about this. How are you feeling about the Rumble, mate? How are you feeling about the Rumble?
Listen, this is probably the longest it's took me to get into a Rumble in terms of the weekly build. I feel like with Saturday night's main event being at the same time, it's been tough for them to build both shows adequately. However, now that we're here, a few days out from the Rumble, Billy, I am buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing for this show. I think that they've got the card done well. I mean, it is only 4 matches. We've got to remember 2 of them are 2 Rumble matches. But from top to bottom, and we're going to predict them and go through them. I'm liking the look of it. I'm really, really excited. And do you know what, Billy? I must say, this is the first time, maybe in 3 or 4 years, where I feel like we've gone into a Rumble where there is utter unpredictability surrounding it. So I'm really, really excited about that factor.
That's all I want from the Rumble, is I want the unpredictability. That's what I want. I don't want a safe by the numbers. It's the first one of the Netflix era. The world is going to be watching this one. So WWE, I've really got to smash this out of the park. We're introducing where we are now with the women's division, where we are now with the men's division. There's a lot to get through with this Rumble. There's a lot. This is, what am I saying? This is the first PLE, if we call it that, of the Netflix era. So they've got a lot of pressure to smash this.
Do you not think that fact has actually went a little bit under the radar, just with how much has been going on and how quickly the Netflix deal has come around? I think people are forgetting that this is the first PLE of the Netflix era, which is huge.
I didn't think about it until that moment, until
you said it. I never thought about it.
Holy shit. Somewhere Triple H is watching it, and we know that he's a subscriber. Hi, Uncle Paul. We know he's just went fuck?
And do you know what? I'll tell you the truth, Billy. I would be stunned if something doesn't get added last minute, whether it's a segment or some sort of event that happens on the show. I feel like we're going to see something else. Just to kind of go, hi everybody, this is the Royal Rumble, this is one of our biggest shows of the year, have this. I don't know if it's going to be something to do with Dwayne, I don't know if it's going to be something to do with Roman Reigns, I don't know what it's going to be, but I feel like we're going to get something massive.
You've hit a nail there. It used to be like, we can remember in years gone past, they set up like winners or celebrities would maybe make an appearance in and around the Rumble.
That's
if
right.
they are going to pull the trigger in that, now would be the time to see it. But I don't know, maybe we're going to see some Logan Paul business.
I show speed. Yes, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it.
Where do we want to start? Women's Rumble? I think it's hard for us to pick. I think it's hard for us to pick the winners this year, which is amazing. So,
this is the Women's Rumble is a little bit shorter in confirmed entrants compared to the Men's Rumble. We have 10 out of 30 entrants confirmed as of the 29th of January, which include, of course, Bayley, former champion and last year's winner, includes Io Sky, who went to WrestleMania as Women's Champion last year as well, and Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria. However, it does include the announced return of one Charlotte Flair, Billy. So, already one of the huge surprises has been given to us. I'm buzzing to see Charlotte back. But 10 out of 30, meaning there's 20 spots still to go. I think there'll be a nice balance of some surprises in here. I'm actually really looking forward to the Women's Rumble.
Do you know, wouldn't it be amazing? We're going to see some NXTs. We're going to see a couple of TNAs, the ones that are left. And I wouldn't mind seeing Steph DeLander. That would be quite good if we could see her in. That would be huge. It would be huge. Is she back? I can't even remember. Wrestle yet. She can't wrestle yet.
Well, there we go. Sad.
She just had neck surgery and boob surgery. Someone was telling me.
Yes, that's true. That is right. That's
her business.
That's the end thing nowadays.
I think so. Go for it. Why not? I don't want anyone saying you're sexist pig. I think she's gone down the way, which is totally fine. Whatever you need to do to make yourself more, is that the phrase?
What conversation to have in the podcast, isn't it?
I'm not down. Listen, honestly, if I could reduce my tit size and add the money, I would totally do it.
Oh, of course.
We'd be straight into it. We'd be straight into it like a bullet at a gate. But so this is really hard to predict for me. If we were going out from, I wouldn't be adverse to seeing a Jordynne Grace surprise win.
Well, you dropped that on the last edition of the podcast. You said about Jordynne Grace coming in hot and winning the Rumble straight away, just throwing a complete curveball at all of us. I think that's the sort of direction that any of the two Rumbles have lacked in recent years, is a curveball win. All the wins have been safe, haven't they? Like we go back to both men and women's Rumbles over the last few years. Cody's won the last 2 years. They were safe wins. They were predictable wins. In the women's Rumble, they went with Bayley. They had the storyline already in motion. She was already a proven main eventer. That was cool. I feel like it's always been in the last 3 or 4 years proven main eventers winning the Rumbles. So Jordynne Grace is somebody who, I think, number one, undoubtedly is going to be in the Rumble. But number two is undoubtedly going to be a main eventer in WWE. The question is, Billy, how quick are they willing to make her a main eventer in WWE?
Well, I think they need to push her straight to the top. We need a combustible element in the main event picture. We do. I'm sorry. We've done the Liv Morgan thing, and Liv should still be in there. Liv needs people to wrestle. Nia Jax needs people to wrestle. From Nia going from champion to challenger so quick, I found that really uneasy to watch.
So did I. I agree.
I didn't like it. It just
now I feel like they just have nothing to do with her. They've already given her some sort of rematch in a way, and now she goes into the Rumble. I think very much knowing, I think we can all agree, Nia's not going to win it. So what comes next for Nia after this Rumble?
And it seemed like, we value her in the main event picture. We better make her challenger. And I was like, right, okay, yeah, sure. Although, if you were going to put two people together at the Rumble that could potentially lead into a feud, I wouldn't mind Nia Jax versus Jordynne Grace again. I know I'm pitching everything at Jordynne Grace. I know I'm pitching everything at her, but I think she is going to be the big... I mean, I don't know who else is out there. There's definitely some names from NXT I think I'll be excited. Are they coming up permanently, Ryan? That's the question. Are they coming up permanently?
Obviously, there's the big question about Roxanne Perez, isn't there? She's had her lengthy NXT Championship reign. May I add, potentially one of, if not the best NXT Women's Championship reign.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a hell of a lot. So is she going to come up permanently if she's in this Rumble? You raise a good question. Is it going to be, last year we seen, for example, Tiffany Stratton in the Rumble, but it made her come up permanently. But I think there was a couple of others that didn't come in permanently. So there's a question around that.
So, like, we're going to see some names from TNA. Masha Slamovich, I think we could see her coming in.
So.
But then, man, I'm still there going, who? We got to showcase the NXT. I think for some reason, everyone says Charlotte. Everyone says Charlotte's going to win.
Yeah.
I'm not bowled over by Charlotte winning.
Well, can I just break the news to you right now that my prediction is Charlotte. Now, it's not necessarily... Now, the way that I wanted to do this was I was going to ask you, who in your heart do you want to win, and who in your head do you want to win? If I was to go with my head guess, and who I think will win this Rumble, I think it will be Charlotte Flair.
Right. If I were to go with my heart, I'd say Carmella. But if
hey, okay, it's a curveball. Does that mean Corey Graves is going to win the men's Rumble?
Oh God! I'm saying I would like Jordan Grace to win it just because I think it would be a real surprise. They've never done it. Holy fuck, that happened! Like, oh my God!
I like the thought of that.
It's all changed. However, do you know the list of people right at the top? I mean, they fumbled Bayley quite badly last year. I think going into that title reign, and they could do it better now. Bayley needs other business that doesn't necessarily need the title. Asuka making an appearance wouldn't be, but would she win it? I'm just not feeling it.
I tell you, can I say two people, right? We've not even spoke before we move on to the next matches and before we get our final predictions out for this one. There's two people I really want to see in this match, Billy. Number one, I'm not going to pull any punches here. I really want to see Nikki Bella. I'm hoping Nikki Bella is in this. She's been quite involved with WWE recently, speaking a lot about WWE. She was at Raw on Netflix's premiere. Yeah. And the other one, will it finally be time? We've not even discussed this. It's a huge topic online at the minute. Will AJ Lee come back on Saturday? Will she be in this Rumble? Because here is my final prediction for you. In my head, I think it will be Charlotte Flair. In my heart, I hope somehow, and I know it won't be, but I hope AJ Lee comes back and wins this Royal Rumble.
Do you know a name that we might see?
Go on.
We could see Paige.
Has her contract done?
I read over the weekend that she'd finished up with AEW.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, but I haven't heard any more scuttlebutt, so I don't know if I definitely saw something. Could have just been clickbait. I fall for it really easy. Interesting name, maybe, if she depends what her contract status is. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a couple other names. I'd love to have some surprises. There we go. Oh, fucking brilliant. You know, a Trish Stratus making an appearance. A Mickey James making an appearance would be cool.
Big fan.
God, wouldn't it be great if they reached out to AEW and had a couple of their stars in? But that will not happen until they buy it.
What a dreamland that would be.
What it would be. So I'm just for fun.
Right.
I'm going for Jordan Grace. I'm going for Jordan. Right. I want her to win it. I think it would make a huge impact, an immediate splash, and we need it. It needs to get jazzed up a little bit.
I like it. I would be very happy if she won it.
Let's put it this way. If you're a casual viewer tuning in and the reaction that she is going to get, you're going to go, who the fuck is this? Who is this? And you're on board. She could be the Netflix era's top talent in the women's division. So let's make it happen. Right, let's go on to our next matches. We only have a selection of this card. What else we got, Ryan?
So up next is the 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa defend against the Motor City Machine Guns. Billy, let me cut to the chase here. If they let these guys do what they can do, if they go out there with no restrictions, with a lot of time under their belt, hear me out, and I said this the other day, and I don't mean to sound ridiculous when I say this. This match has the potential to be the greatest tag team championship match on a PLE ever. And I am so serious when I say that.
This is going back to when they would just get amazing teams Going back to like the NWA, we just get top talents just going head to head. I'm very excited. Give these boys 30 minutes.
Yep.
Let them go all out. It's the biggest night in the Motor City Machine Guns career.
Yep.
Easily.
I would agree.
And probably DIY, it's probably going to be, despite the fact they've had multiple reigns, this is their opportunity to really stake their claim as the top team of that division. Yep. And these are Triple H's boys, man. These are Triple H's boys. And I think this is going to be phenomenal. I don't want to linger on it too much because I just want to let it play out. You know what I mean? I just want to let it play out. I don't want any other teams involved. I want a definitive winner. Who do I think is going to win? I'd love for you to put the titles back in the Machine Guns. I would absolutely love you to put the titles back in the Machine Guns. And does it finish here? I don't know. Does it finish here? I don't know if I wanted to. But I will say this. I will give this little added addition. Pretty Deadly have picked up their game in recent weeks.
Yeah, I agree.
We need to start looking at other teams coming in and being in the mix here. I get very nervous when it's just team back and forth, bat and ball, back and forth. We need some other teams in the mix here. Because I would like to care about this feud for like another 6 months. Do you know what I mean? I would love this to lead to something really special. And I think this is going to be special at the Royal Rumble.
I love the direction that I've had a lot of debates about this recently with one of my mates. I love the direction in which the SmackDown tag team division has went in. I think it's right now the best tag team division across WWE. I don't know if everybody would agree with that, but I think there's a lot more going on in Raw, a lot more going on in SmackDown than there is on Raw and NXT. And that's purely down to the work that mostly these two teams have put in, but also the Street Profits, Pretty Deadly, the Los Garza family, and everybody else in recent weeks, I think, have raised their game knowing that tag team wrestling has started being showcased again. Billy, this is the first time since WrestleMania 40 the tag team championships have been defended on PLE. That's nuts.
Mental.
They have not been defended on PLE since WrestleMania. And so that's a huge deal. I really hope that they let these guys go out and do what they done in the NXT. You remember that era, the black and gold NXT, when it was American Alpha, the Revival, when it was all these teams around 2016.
I forgot what Simon Gotch was called. What were they called again?
The Vaudevillains. The Vaudevillains.
I fucking love the Vaudevillains.
So did I. But all these teams were going out on takeover events, having 30-minute tag team classics. In fact, I don't think WWE has produced better tag team matches ever before or after that era of NXT. In the modern era of wrestling, it was crazy. So let them do that.
We need to get fans excited about tag teams again.
Yeah.
We need to this is going all the way back to the Hardy Boys era. We need to get fans excited about tag teams again. We really, really do. Because there isn't another New Day yet. There isn't another Hardy Boys yet, you could argue. And that next hugely popular team, but it'll only happen if we care about the matches and care about the division. So I think I'm calling Motor City Machine Guns for this one. Who are you fancying?
Right, well, I'll change it up. I have a feeling it's going to be DIY. I want it to be Motor City Machine Guns because I love Alex Shelley, and I also love Chris Sabin, but I especially love Alex Shelley.
You like Alex more. I'm kind of there. Yeah. You like Alex more. I don't know why.
I think everybody does. Poor Chris, but I think everybody does.
But you're a basic beige bitch.
I'm only going with DIY because I think they've already done a wee bit of hot potatoing with the belts. I think if they can get DIY to win this in the third fall, make it close, give Motor City Machine Guns a reason to chase after them right up until Mania, there's still more to come. So I'm going DIY.
We could have a big match at Mania. Think of that. Oh my God. Imagine doing the anniversary of the TLC. Oh my. Oh my.
Tables and ladders and chairs. Oh my.
Oh my. Right. What else we got, sir?
So next up, it's the ladder match for the Undisputed WWE Championship, where both the current Undisputed Championship and the Winged Eagle will be held high above the ring. There it is, Billy. It's beside you. You've got a line of it till the weekend.
Yes. Thank you again, Mr. Owens.
Cody Rhodes will defend against Kevin Owens, and what I am very, very excited for. I think this match could be fantastic. It has been a very compelling story between the two of them, in my opinion. I think that Kevin Owens has done some of the best work of his career in the lead up to this match. Right now, I said it in the podcast last week, Billy, on our show. I think that right now he's the top heel in wrestling. Just the way that he carries himself, the character. I absolutely love it. Which way do I think the match will go? I don't know. What were you thinking?
Do you know, part of me, again, due to that unpredictability, would love to see Kevin win.
Mm-hmm.
Would he carry the title to WrestleMania? I don't know. We could find ourselves with a completely different main event that doesn't involve Cody Rhodes in that, or could we see Cody Rhodes in a feud match or something? There's a lot to get across here. My heart, though, tells me that Kevin is not going to win. I think this will be a great match, a great way to build Cody as champion, a great way for us to get excited at the outcome of the Royal Rumble. But I think it's going to be a great match. I think it's going to be a brawl. I think we're going to see innovative use of the ladder. I think, I'm very excited about that. But I do think this will just lead into whatever I think it's going to lead into whatever both next man feud is. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's going to be a changing of the guard. I just think this is going to have been a fantastic feud for the champion and another demonstration of how the Kevin Owens, despite the fact has been with the company for, I think, just over 10 years, maybe just under 10 years, is already on a Hall of Fame career. Is already in a Hall of Fame career. I think Cody's taking it.
Okay. I think what this feud has proven is that it might not be right now, but Kevin Owens deserves another world title run. Yeah. For a guy who's been in the main roster since 2015, 10-year anniversary of his main roster careers in May, I believe. When it hits May and they realise Kevin Owens has had one world title reign and it was cut short because of fucking Bill Goldberg, the work that this guy has put in deserves another world title run. I just think that he's so unfortunate that right now it's so close to Mania, and I think very clearly WWE have been working towards a plan with Cody for Mania. I think whatever is in the works has been in the works for months. And if this match was maybe a few months earlier, they maybe could have given Kevin a short run and then switched it back to Cody. But it's just so close to Mania now. I still think they should have pulled the trigger at Bash in Berlin, in all honesty. But, the storyline wasn't quite cooking the way it is yet. I think Cody's winning too. Cody's winning too.
He's just the biggest star in wrestling right now. Love or hate him. I personally love Cody Rhodes. I love
him. Oh, yeah, I absolutely. I think he's great. But I just want to make it very clear, in case anybody's watching us for the first time and thinks that we're not Cody fans. I love Cody Rhodes.
Him losing the title is not a reflection on him. Right? No. It's 2025. Wake the fuck up. It's not a reflection on him. However, I want to get excited on the road to Mania. And I just get a feeling that Cody Rhodes in that main event position, is where it needs to be. Who knows? Maybe Kevin could get dialed in on that in some way. I don't know. We've got 4 months before WrestleMania. Well, 3 and a bit. So I'm calling Cody for this one. I'm calling Cody. I'm glad we're in agreement because it'll be so much of a lovely surprise if Kevin wins. Let's put it that way. It will be
listen, but before we move on to the main event and before we move off this match, say your farewells, because I'm assuming that Saturday will be the last time we ever see the Winged Eagle on television again.
It's bullshit, man. It's gorgeous.
I know.
Combine them. This would be a prime opportunity to combine. You see that Cody Rhodes design we kept seeing online? This would be a prime opportunity to change that fucking beige tin piece of crap we've had to put up with for over a fucking decade. And yes, I'm looking at you, Rock. It's as boring as your bald fucking head. You need a new fucking belt. Get it fucking done. It is pish. You can make more toys. You can sell more toys. But I'm angry that I'm even angry about it. Do you know that?
Oh, Billy, there's no point wasting your breath, son. There's no point wasting your breath.
You won't know.
Anyway.
This is not again for Netflix. Do you know what I mean?
It's probably not far away. Don't jinx it.
Fuck
it. Anyway, talking about the big N and the big W, it's time for the big R, the Royal Rumble match, the main event of the show. Well, you assume it would be the main event of the show this weekend. As 30 men go toe-to-toe to see who will send themselves to WrestleMania in the quest for one of the World Championships. As we've already touched on, one of the most exciting Rumbles, I think, in recent years. Some of the names already announced include LA Knight, John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns. We also have Big Drew McIntyre, of course, Logan Paul, amongst many others. In fact, Billy, we have 15 out of 30 participants announced so far. And I'm probably going to announce another couple on SmackDown, I'd assume. Yeah. So, Billy, wow, what a Rumble.
Right, we're not going to go into the ifs and buts and the businesses and the altercations and what have you. We would be here for another hour, right?
we would.
Let's talk Turkey. What I need is high intensity. I need some surprises. I just need some surprises. I'm sorry, it's what we tune into the Rumble for. I don't know who is still active that you can get in there, Uncle Paul, that's really going to pop the crowd, but we need a couple. We need a couple that people who have not watched wrestling in a while will go, holy fuck, there's that guy. Holy fuck, there's that guy. Oh, he's interacting with that guy. That's amazing. Because we want to keep the casual fans happy. We want to keep the new fans happy. So that's what I'm looking for. However, if it's coming down to winner, if we're doing predictions, man, Punk's got a story. Punk versus Cody for the world title at Mania, for some reason, just doesn't land.
I think it'd be okay with it, but there's certainly other matches that I.
You know what I mean? It's like I would be okay with it, but somewhere it just doesn't click. I don't know why. I think there's another story to tell. Look, Punk versus Roman, I think I'm more into potentially. I think they could tell a story with that, and that's Punk's all about stories, as is Paul Heyman, as is Roman Reigns. And Punk can talk people into the building when Roman doesn't turn up, which is rarely. So I'm just saying, we all love him, but
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's that boy on a 0-hour contract needs to get a fucking grip.
He should be on one of those pay-as-you-play type contracts. You know, you don't get paid unless you're there.
You need to fucking nut up, mate. So in terms of my pick, I'm going to make a controversial pick.
Oh, all right, okay.
I don't have one.
You don't have a... Oh, you don't have a pick?
Don't have one.
You just don't have a prediction at all.
You know why? For the first time ever, right, I am going to do something. I'm going to put myself in the hands of the new era.
Right.
Like, I'm going to put myself in the hands of the new era because I could sit here and talk names night and day, right? But we need to have us... Do we want a surprise? You have to ask yourself, do you want a surprise main event or do you have one that you're totally expecting? You have one totally expecting, you could probably look at Cena versus Cody. Like, that would be an interesting one. It's going to put bums on seats. I think that's a safe option, potentially. That's the one they're going for.
Yep. Okay.
Right? But I am happy to be surprised. I wanted a Bronson Reed challenging. But we're not going to get Bronson Reed challenging.
Sadly.
We're not. I wouldn't mind Gunter versus Cody as well. Wouldn't mind that world title versus world title. So I am opening it up. I think it could be Cena. But if it isn't, well, that's cool because then I'm excited about Cena's journey, right?
Yes.
But then it's also, I don't think there's going to be anybody new moving into that position. Let's put it that way. I don't think we're going to see anyone new. It's going to be someone we've either seen before or someone already in the main event picture. There.
Right. I think that you're spot on with the someone in the main event picture. For me, it boils down to 3 potential winners. The 3 potential winners are CM Punk, as previously discussed, John Cena, as previously discussed, and the other one, I think, and I know you're going to hate me for saying it, is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think those are the 3 for me who have the most realistic chance of winning this match. But the thing is that the different things that I look at and the pieces of the puzzle I try and put together all end up with these guys not winning the Rumble. So in my head, I was like, right, I really have bought into, and I kind of want it to be the Paul Heyman betrays Roman Reigns for the sake of letting Punk try to win the Rumble. I love that. I would love to see it happen. But Punk can't really win the Rumble after that, because even if Heyman was to betray Roman, Punk winning the Rumble would mean he wouldn't face Roman at Mania. So Punk can't win. The other one with The Rock is, okay, if The Rock wins the Rumble, it's meant to be Rock and Roman. It wouldn't be Rock and Roman, because once again, Roman isn't champion. So I think that there's so many different paths and avenues here that they have to try and navigate. We heard that there was a solid chance that Seth could even win it. I just like the unpredictability. But my guess, my locked-in vote for who I think will win this weekend, I'm going to say it. I'm just going to go CM Punk. I'm going to go CM Punk.
Why not? For the record, I would love CM Punk to win.
Oh, yeah, same.
For the record, I would love CM Punk. Because for me, he kind of is unpredictable. Like, it opens a lot of things up. Yeah, I would love CM Punk.
Do you think there's a possibility that even if Punk were to win the Rumble, it's not been done in a long time. I think you have to go back to maybe Stone Cold Steve Austin in 1997. But do you think there's a way that Punk ends up not getting his championship match and maybe he goes to Roman at Mania via some bloodline politics and Paul Heyman mischief? Do you think there's a possibility that this is the first year we see somebody like win the Rumble but not get the championship match?
It's a tricky one because, like, winning the Rumble, you kind of want to set the precedent that is you're locked in main event.
Yep.
They nearly fucked it last year. They nearly fucked it last year when they gave away. So the problem is anyone really locked in?
I don't think so. I think we know that now, don't we? I think we know that now.
Could Punk put his shot on the line against Seth and Seth wins? These
are things that I like seeing. I love these kind of things. Do you remember in 2013 when John Cena won the Rumble? And I think most people were a bit, Cena, great. Cena and Rock at Mania again. And they'd done that episode of Raw where Cena and Punk tore the house down. And if Punk beat Cena, he would have went to main event of WrestleMania instead. But Cena ended up winning. That was great because it gave you the illusion of, oh wait, things can change.
Fuck. And that's what we need, man. That's what I like in my wrestling. I want that unpredictable. And it is an unpredictable spot because you kind of want to look towards the main event of Mania, but you also know that realistically shenanigans can happen. Somebody could, I don't know, tear a bollock or anything like that, and they need to get to change. I'm looking at you, CM Punk. You make sure you put on plenty of DP before you get in that ring. 3 rings when you get home safe.
No triceps, thanks.
No triceps. If anything else, fight with just your legs. If you can, just your legs. River dance the fuck out of those bastards. But we are very excited about some of the new stuff that is going to be coming up over the next couple of weeks. Of course, we hope that you'll join us as well on Triller Plus. ICW Square Go is just around the corner. These are, I think, limited tickets to join us at the Garage Live. Me and Ryan are going to be calling the action at ringside. And of course, make sure to tell your friends about you listening to Wrestling Forever and how much your life has improved, how much your sex drive has improved, how much your workouts have improved just by listening to Wrestling Forever. And you can do that. Don't forget, you can get one of our slide cards at events. There you go. Even just scan the code.
Beautiful. Look at that. That's graphic design at its finest, thanks to Billy Cockwood.
Thank you to Canva. That's all I've got to say. Thank you. I'm a graphic designer now. I have a Canva subscription. All that's left to say is make sure to rate us if you can on Spotify. We would love that. Make sure to send us any messages. We always love hearing from you. Hit that subscribe. Hit that bell. We'll see you the next time on Wrestling Forever. Bye!